Hey everyone. So yeah, I haven't done one of these in a while, but it's figured I'd do another pickups video of things of anime shit I've bought and manga shit I've bought, and the let's just getting right into it. The first thing to show off, I guess, beginning after the end, the volume four of the manhwa. I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of the I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of the weirdest purchase in this bunch because the thing is, when I had made this purchase, I bought both Volume 4 and Volume 5, and normally what happens in that situation is that, like, Volume 4 was available, but Volume 5 was basically a pre-order, and in that situation, what normally happens with me is I usually end up having to wait until pretty much until everything is available before it's shipped, but they kind of shipped this kind of shipped all this ahead of time before Volume 5 was available. So, like, yeah, on one hand I'm glad, I guess I'm glad to get a lot of this stuff early, but it's like you could have still waited, I think, in my opinion. Um Next up is One Piece Collection 33. Again, like, I think that's pretty much self-explanatory. Like, for me, the One Piece, I've gotten more used to over time of having of waiting patiently, you could say. So, like, I've completely avoided, like, buying the voyage sets for One Piece, and I buy the collections every time they're available. Then we got Attack on Titan Final Season Part 1 and Part 2. Yeah, I technically bought the, I guess, special edition of Part 1 before, but it's like, stupid me, I kind of tore the thing apart by accident, so it's like, you know what, I'll buy these two instead. It's simple, it's more compact anyway. And and honestly, like, I'm not gonna lie. As far as I'm not gonna lie. As far as my thoughts on the final season nowadays, I have a slightly. I'm not gonna lie. I have warmed up to a little bit. I think just having a better idea of, like, what happened behind the scenes, just, like, understanding that, yeah, they were kind of, that understanding that, yeah, Mappa was more or less rushed to take this out. Like, apparently from my understanding, when it came to the final season, like, at least when it came to the first part, it was very rushed out because apparently it was a production committee who said, okay, we got this, get to it. Like, there wasn't any kind of, like, there wasn't any kind of time to prepare. It was like, just to hit the ground running with it. So yeah. And then Naruto Shippuden sets 1 and 2 for Blu-ray. I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to Shippuden, nowadays I have a very complicated relationship with this part of the series because I think I very much still like it, but I think it is the part. I think there's a lot about it that hasn't aged well either, and, like, most people do point to the like, the Shinobi World War arc as the thing where, but honestly, and this is gonna seem like a really, really unpopular opinion, like the kind of opinion that's gonna get me killed. I think the downfall kind of happened before before the Shinobi War arc even happened. Like, don't get me wrong, the Shinobi War arc is where the downfall peaked, but we never really talk about what the catalyst was that might have caused that. And to be honest with you, I pointed to two things, three technically, I guess you could say. It's the point where Naruto and Sasuke learn the Chidori and the Rasengan respectively. I think those two moments in the series, for as epic as they are, I think are what inevitably led the series down the path of it becoming much more Dragon Ball than it did feel like Naruto after that point. The third one, and this is going to be one that, again, controversial as fuck, I think the pain arc was kind of the catalyst for what would for what eventually called the downfall for the rest of the series. Again, don't get me wrong, guys. I'm someone who loves the pain arc like everyone else, but I can admit that when looking at that arc objectively, there's a lot about it that kind of says it kind of set the series down the path it would eventually go down. Again, I'm again probably gonna get killed for that, but yeah. Uh, but don't get me wrong, guys. I still love the series. It's just I can recognize there's a lot more faults I can recognize nowadays. Uh, but yeah, guys, that's just pretty much all I've had for this quick pickup video. Enjoy the video, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Analyst Crunchyroll, Vision Notification Bell, the subscribe button, and just share the video around, guys. Dark Knight of Me, signing off. Later, everyone.